Hello dear students. I hope you all are in very good condition, fit and fine. So let us continue with the chemical changes which we were seeing through various activities. So first activity, what we have seen about burning a magnesium ribbon, right? And then we got magnesium oxide, and that magnesium oxide then changed into the that is base. When we mixed it into the water, we got a basic solution, right? So now we will continue with the second activity. So what is second activity? That is also very simple. What you need to do, there is a compound called copper sulfate. Okay, there is a compound called copper sulfate which is in the powder form. What we need to do, we have to take that copper sulfate powder and we have to add it into the water. Of course, we have to take a beaker as shown in this figure. So we have to take a beaker, and in that beaker we have to take half of the water, and in that we have to add some copper sulfate powder. Okay, then after we add copper sulfate powder in that, what will happen, that will the solution which we get, that will be of blue color. Okay, we get a blue color solution of copper sulfate. Now what we will do, that copper sulfate solution, we will just take a little amount of it away from the beaker because we want to compare it later. So for comparison, we will keep a small amount of that solution aside from that beaker only. We will take it into something, of course transparent, and we will just keep it aside. Now what we will do, we can take a blade or we can take a nail, anything, and that blade or nail we have to put into the copper sulfate solution, that blue colored copper sulfate solution which we have made. Now after putting that blade or iron blade or the nail into the iron nail, of course, into the copper sulfate solution, then you wait for certain time. After waiting for almost half an hour, what do you observe? You can see a change, like you can see in this figure over here, that blue color will change to green color, and that blade which was like of silvery color, okay, that changes to a brown color. That means a brown colored deposit, brown color will get deposited on that nail or blade, whatever you have put into that. So these are our observations, that what do we observe, that the color of solution turns from blue to green. This is our first observation what we observe. And what is the second thing that we observed, that is the brown color that gets deposited on that iron nail or the blade, whatever we have taken. So what do we conclude from that? As the color of solution changes from blue to green, so of course what happens over there, the copper sulfate solution which was blue, that changes into some other solution. So a new substance is formed. That is the characteristic of a chemical reaction or a chemical change, that a new substance is formed, right? I hope you remember. So the new substance has formed over here, because as the color has changed, that means definitely the substance has changed, right? So the copper sulfate has changed to something new substance. And what is that substance? So you can see the chemical reaction which is given over here. The copper sulfate solution which was blue in color, when we added iron in that, iron, I am talking about the element iron, because the blade or the nail, that is made up of iron what we have taken, right? And when that both of them add, when these elements, iron element reacts with copper sulfate, it will give new substances. What will it give? It will give copper sulfate solution which is green in color, sorry, it will give iron sulfate solution which is green in color, and we get copper. So that iron sulfate solution which was green in color, right? Whenever I say solution, it means that is with water, right? So iron sulfate will be in water, that solution will have green color. And the copper which is formed, which is produced, it doesn't have any other place, so it will just go and deposit over the blade or the nail which we have put into that. So this is our conclusion. To conclusions, the color of the solution of copper sulfate which was blue, it changes to green, that is iron sulfate solution, and the brown deposits of copper get deposited on the nail or on the blade, whatever we have used. Okay, so a very simple activity. And what is just we have learned, that a new substance is formed. So that is a chemical change. All right, now let us move to the third activity. There also what we need to do, we have to take a test tube. Okay, you can see that in the figure. So we have taken a test tube, and in that test tube what we have to take, we have to take vinegar. We will take a vinegar in the test tube. Now in that vinegar what we will do, we have to add a pinch of baking soda. Baking soda, you know, which is used in cooking. So we have to take vinegar in test tube, and we will add a pinch of baking soda to that. And what we can see through the test tube, a hissing sound comes out. A hissing sound comes out, effervescence will come out, the bubbles will come out, like it comes from ENO. In the same way the effervescence will come out, or a hissing sound will come out. So what we need to do, what we are going to do, we will just cover that test tube. Here see, that test tube is covered, right? We have to cover the test tube, and we have to just have a outlet through that. Okay, and that will be sent to another test tube. And what we will do, because of that, whatever hissing sound is there, no, so the bubbles will come out, something will come out of that test tube. So what bubbles are coming out, we have to pass those bubbles through that tube into the other test tube. And what we have taken into that other test tube, we have taken lime water, freshly prepared lime water we want. Okay, so what we will take, freshly prepared lime water in the other test tube, and whatever the bubbles are coming from our vinegar and baking soda, so that bubbles we are going to pass into the lime water, solution. What do you observe? See, you have to observe, the lime water turns milky. Lime water which was transparent, it turns milky, the color becomes white, that means milky color. So how does it happen? So you see, we can see the change in this test tube. We can show, first we will see what actually happens in the first test tube, and then we will see what has happened in the second test tube, that is in the lime water. So our first test tube is of vinegar and baking soda. So we can write a chemical reaction for that, or a chemical equation for that. What we will do, vinegar, the name of vinegar is acetic acid. Okay, that is a chemical name of vinegar is acetic acid. And we have taken a baking soda. The chemical name of baking soda is sodium hydrogen carbonate, or sodium bicarbonate. In chemical language we have to now learn slowly. Yes, you have to learn it slowly. So just vinegar and baking soda we will add. We have added that, and what we have got, carbon dioxide and few other substances. Now you don't worry about what other substances we will get, but what we have got here is carbon dioxide. Yes, now that is the gas which produces bubble, right? And that is what we have allowed to pass into the lime water solution. And when that goes into, see the second reaction, when that carbon dioxide goes into the lime water solution, that is calcium hydroxide, the chemical name of it, and that lime water, then what we get is calcium carbonate and water. What do we get? Calcium carbonate and water. And this is that calcium carbonate which turns that lime water milky. It gives it milky appearance, that's it. This calcium carbonate is a substance which is newly formed, and that is the substance which gives the milky appearance to this solution in the test tube. What do we conclude from this? That when carbon dioxide is passed through a lime water, then this calcium carbonate is formed, that only turns the lime water milky. So here in both the test tubes, new substances are formed, right? And when the new substances are formed, what is that? Yes, that is the chemical change. Okay. Now how can we define? We have seen so many of the activities depending on chemical change, and I have also by now you know what is chemical change, somewhat the new substances form. Okay, so see, we will just see the definition. What is the definition of chemical change? A change in which one or more new substances are formed is called as chemical change. We have seen all the activities, and all the activities, if you remember, every time new substances formed, right? So a change in which one or more new substances are formed, that is called as a chemical change. And a chemical change is also known as, or it is also called as a chemical reaction, which we have shown by equation this plus this get this, then this, that only. Okay, so in addition, if you see the chemical change, you can get some more or you can observe some more things. You can see new substances produced, which are produced, but along with that you can see some things. You can sometimes see heat, light, or any other radiation which is given off or which is absorbed. So whenever you see any, if you see burning, if anything is burning, yes, if candle is burning, if matchstick is burning, if anything is burning where heat and light is given out, right, that is a chemical change. Yes, that is a chemical change. Then sometimes sound may be produced. Can you think for an example where sound is produced, which is a chemical change? The crackers in Diwali, when you will fire the cracker, that time the sound is produced, heat and light is produced, right? So yes, that is a chemical change. Then the change in the smell. So, of course, the new substance is formed, it may have some smell, so we can see the smell, or we can smell it out, okay, whatever it is. Then there might be color change, like we have seen in copper sulfate solution, okay, which turns from blue to green. So these are the changes which we see during a chemical change, right? So that these all are the evidences that a new substance is formed, right? Now there are so many examples of chemical change around us. We can see digestion of food in our body is a chemical change, ripening of a fruit, fermentation of the grape, when we do ferment the grape, that is a chemical change, or fermentation of anything. When you make idli, when your mummy makes idli and dosa, she keeps the flour for fermentation, right? That is a chemical change. Plastics and detergents which are produced, these all are chemical change. Even the medicines which we take, they are prepared by chemical change only, by chemical reaction, explosion of firework, spoiling of food. The food gets spoiled, that is a chemical change. It changes its order, it changes its taste, its texture, everything, yeah, its appearance and all. और a slice of an ice acquires a brown color. अगर एप्पल काट के रखा है तो वो काला पड़ जाता है थोड़ी देर के बाद, दैट इज़ बिकॉज ऑफ केमिकल चेंज, क्योंकि नया सब्सटेंस फॉर्म होता है. देन द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज़ रस्टिंग ऑफ आयरन, द आयरन विच इज़ रस्टिंग. आपने देखा होगा हमारे आजू बाजू जो भी आयरन की चीज़ें हैं वह सब कैसे हो जाती है, रस्ट हो जाती है, या वो सब कुछ ब्राउन कलर का उस पर डिपोजिशन आ जाता है, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एज दी रस्टिंग. तो जो शिप्स है, ब्रिजेस है, सब डिस्ट्रॉय, यू कैन सी दिस इन द इमेज. नेल्स है, या फिर जो ब्रिजेस है, या फिर गेट्स वगैरह जो है जो आयरन के हैं ऑफ कोर्स, वो सब क्या हो जाते हैं, रस्ट हो जाते हैं, ठीक है. तो ये रस्टिंग क्या है, तो क्या होता है, जो आयरन है ऑफ कोर्स विच इज़ शोन एज Fe, आयरन, इट रिएक्ट्स विद ऑक्सीजन. ये ऑक्सीजन कहाँ से आया, तो एयर में ऑक्सीजन है ना, तो that iron reacts with oxygen which is in air and also with water. ये बराबर ध्यान में रखो, आयरन किसके साथ रिएक्ट होता है, या आयरन किसके साथ ऐड हो जाता है, ऑक्सीजन और वाटर के साथ वो रिएक्ट, हम बोलेंगे रिएक्ट हो गया, ठीक है. एंड व्हाट वी गेट अ रस्ट, दैट इज़ अ कम्प्लीटली न्यू सब्सटेंस विच इज़ फॉर्म. तो हमने क्या देखा, रस्टिंग के लिए क्या इम्पोर्टेंट है, ऑक्सीजन एंड वाटर, राइट. तो अगर जहाँ पे वाटर ज़्यादा हो, रेनी सीजन में मोर द रस्टिंग, वी कैन सी मोर रस्टिंग अकर्स इन रेनी सीजन. और जब मॉइस्चर ज़्यादा हो, ह्यूमिड हो एनवायरनमेंट, दैट टाइम वी कैन सी दैट रस्टिंग जो है वो ज़्यादा होती है, राइट. सो हमको रस्टिंग प्रिवेंट करनी है, क्योंकि इससे हमारी चीज़ें डैमेज होती है. तो हम कैसे प्रिवेंट कर सकते हैं, आपने देखा होगा हमारे जो गेट्स होते हैं आयरन के वगैरह, जो डोर्स और गेट्स, हम उसको क्या करते हैं, पेंट करते हैं कि नहीं, ऑयल पेंट, राइट, या ग्रीस लगाते हैं. तो दैट इज़ द वे टू प्रिवेंट द रस्टिंग ऑफ आयरन, कि अप्लाई अ पेंट और ग्रीस. इससे हम क्या कर रहे हैं, अगर हम उसको ऑयल लगा रहे हैं, ऑयल पेंट लगा रहे हैं या ग्रीस लगा रहे हैं, तो वो आयरन ऑक्सीजन और वाटर के डायरेक्ट कॉन्टैक्ट में नहीं आएगा, राइट. हम एक कोट ले दे रहे हैं ना ऊपर, सो दैट विल नॉट कम इन डायरेक्ट कॉन्टैक्ट विद द एटमॉस्फेरिक ऑक्सीजन एंड वाटर. तो हमको बस यही तो करना है, क्योंकि आयरन उन्हीं के साथ तो रिएक्ट होता है. तो हमको बस ये करना है कि आयरन शुड नॉट गेट ऑक्सीजन एंड वाटर, सो इट विल नॉट गेट रस्टेड, राइट. देन और हम क्या कर सकते हैं, आयरन के ऊपर कुछ अलग मेटल का लेयर बना सकते हैं, जैसे कि क्रोमियम हो गया, जिंक हो गया. ये प्रोसेस को बोलेंगे हम गैल्वेनाइजेशन. व्हाट इज़ गैल्वेनाइजेशन, द प्रोसेस ऑफ डिपोजिशन ऑफ लेयर ऑफ जिंक और क्रोमियम ऑन आयरन. इससे आयरन का रस्टिंग नहीं होगा। फिर एलॉइंग कर सकते हैं। एलॉइंग मतलब क्या करेंगे, आयरन और दूसरा कौन सा मेटल या नॉन मेटल क्या करेंगे, उसको मिक्स कर देंगे, मिक्सचर बनाएंगे। जैसे स्टेनलेस स्टील, स्टेनलेस स्टील क्या है, एलॉय है, जिसमें 2 या 3 मेटल्स या 2 या 3 नॉन मेटल्स को मिक्स करके वो बनता है। तो ये एलॉइंग से स्टील जल्दी रस्ट नहीं होता, अगर आपने देखा होगा आयरन रस्ट हो जाता है। और शिप्स हमने देखा होगा, शिप्स का तो कितना आधा पार्ट तो पानी के नीचे होता है ना, तो वो भी सॉल्टी वाटर, मरीन में शिप्स मोस्टली गोज इन दी मरीन वाटर, तो उसमें तो सॉल्ट ज़्यादा है, तो और ज़्यादा रस्टिंग होगी, तो बहुत डैमेज हो जाता है शिप को। सो वी हैव टू टेक केयर ऑफ दैट डैमेज, राइट, और हमको प्रिवेंट करना है वो डैमेज। देन आवर नेक्स्ट टर्म इज क्रिस्टलाइजेशन। क्रिस्टल पता है आपको क्या होता है, सॉल्ट क्या है, क्रिस्टल है, शुगर क्या है, क्रिस्टल है, राइट। तो ये क्रिस्टलाइजेशन हमको क्या कर सकते हैं, अगर हमने वाटर को इवापोरेट, मरीन वाटर जो सी वाटर है उसको हमने इवापोरेट कर दिया, तो हमको क्या मिलता है, सॉल्ट, जो क्या है, क्रिस्टल है, राइट। तो ऐसे क्रिस्टल हम मिल सकते हैं। या फिर अगर जो प्योर सब्सटेंस है, वी कैन गेट द लार्ज क्रिस्टल्स ऑफ प्योर सब्सटेंसेस फ्रॉम देयर सॉल्यूशन। व्हाट, large crystals of pure substances can be formed from their solution. This process is called crystallization. हम crystallization करेंगे, एक छोटी सी एक्टिविटी। क्या करना है हमको, एक बीकर लेना है, जो जैसे यहाँ पे दिखाया हुआ है, वो बीकर या डिश, इवेपोरेटिंग डिश होती है, उसमें क्या लेना है, पानी लेना है, और जो कॉपर सल्फेट हमने यूज़ किया था वो उसमें डाल देना है। ब्लू कलर सॉल्यूशन मिल जाएगा, राइट। और उसको क्या करना है, हमें इवेपोरेट, कॉपर सल्फेट को पानी में बराबर डिज़ोल्व करना है और वो इवापोरेशन के लिए रख देना है। जल्दी इवापोरेशन होने के लिए वी कैन यूज़ बर्नर। वाटर विल गेट इवापोरेटेड, राइट। क्या होगा, वाटर इवापोरेट हो जाएगा, और नीचे जो बचेगा वो क्या होगा, सब ब्लू कलर के सॉलिड पार्टिकल विच आर नथिंग बट द क्रिस्टल्स, विच आर नथिंग बट द क्रिस्टल्स ऑफ कॉपर सल्फेट। जो कॉपर सल्फेट हमने पानी में डिज़ोल्व किया था, ओके, जो पाउडर, तो वाटर इवापोरेट होने के बाद व्हाट वी गॉट इज ओनली द क्रिस्टल्स ऑफ कॉपर सल्फेट सोल्यूशन आफ्टर कूलिंग। ऑफ कोर्स वो इवापोरेट हो गया पानी, फिर उसको थोड़ा कूल होने दो, तो वी विल गेट द क्रिस्टल्स ऑफ कॉपर सल्फेट। ये एक्सपेरिमेंट आप घर पे ट्राई कर सकते हो। मुझे पता है यू डोंट हैव कॉपर सल्फेट एट होम, बट यू हैव सॉल्ट ना, कॉमन सॉल्ट यू हैव। क्या करो, पानी लो, पानी में सॉल्ट डाल दो, थोड़ा ज़्यादा डालना, 1 चम्मच फुल। फिर क्या करना, उसको ऐसे ही थोड़ा सा एक बड़ी डिश में रखना जिसका एरिया ज़्यादा हो, एंड कीप इट, सनलाइट में रखोगे तो अच्छा है, कीप इट लाइक दैट। ऑफ कोर्स पानी तो इवेपोरेट हो जाएगा, और जो पीछे बचेगा वो क्या है, हमारे सॉल्ट के क्रिस्टल, राइट। सो दिस इज़ हाउ वी कैन डू द क्रिस्टलाइजेशन। तो हम क्रिस्टल्स बना रहे हैं, और ये जो क्रिस्टल्स होगा ना, ये एकदम प्योर सब्सटेंस होगा, उसमें से सब जो contamination है that will be removed and we will get a pure substance. So this is how we learn physical change and chemical change in this lesson. I hope you have understood. Thanks a lot for your attention, and just stay safe and be at home and enjoy your studies. Goodbye.